My parents didn't think that Manhattan was a great place for me to grow up, and so they sent me to boarding school up in Westchester County in Tarrytown, New York. And that school had a stable, and they signed me up for riding every day. And so from about 8 years old all the way through grade school, I was riding almost every day. My parents made a deal with me. They wanted me to stay in school. I, of course, wanted to ride and really stay with horses, and that's all I really cared about. But my mother made a deal that she would pay for school. If I got a college degree, she would pay for it. She would pay all the expenses. And then what I had to do was decide what I wanted to do after I got my degree. And I could hang my degree up on a tack room wall and just go ahead and be in the horse business. And so I got an engineering degree and then a business administration degree, and then finally quit and went into the horse business full time. At the first stable that I rode at, the Tarrytown School, Frank and Ann Grency were the owners and the trainers there, and they were my first teachers. They were my main influence growing up, and then I had others, of course. Victor was pretty much the mentor that I had in those early days. When I worked for him at Cedar Lodge, he used to put me in a van on a Saturday or Sunday morning and send me up to some godforsaken horse show and tell me that I had to come back with the medal and the Maclay and the USET, or maybe I couldn't come home, or maybe I couldn't eat that night. I would come into contact with various people and would take from them whether they really knew they were being mentors or not. During the '96 Olympics in Atlanta, I walked into the ring just at the start of the team competition and looked around at the 32,000 people in the grandstand and everybody that was ready for this competition. And I thought to myself, wow, I'm the competition manager of the show jumping here. We have needed a hunter jumper affiliate from the time I can remember being in governance and in the sport. We've never had one really, and so I think that the USHJA is extremely important to the sport. I think it's imperative that we make way for new people in our sport. The old guard cannot hang on forever, and I think it's incumbent upon all of us that are in the sport to reach out to the new people in the sport, try to educate them the best we can, and set them up so that they can lead our sport in the future. In promoting the hunter-jumper discipline, we want to make it the best that it can be in terms of horse sports. And like the International Hunter Derby finals that we had last year was one of the highlights of our whole entire sport. And that's the kind of thing that we need to do to make our sport go forward and carry out this program of promoting our hunters and jumpers. As the focus of my career changed from being a trainer first, then to an equestrian center owner, director, and then finally to exclusively competition management, I never really felt that I was leaving any part of the sport. I kind of felt that being in this sport, once you're in it, you're in it. I think that those of us who stay in the sport for a long time, we garner information from all the different facets, and it makes us be able to handle the sport better. I'm having a lot of fun actually in the sport, and I think that I won't say I never thought about retirement, but every time I think about it, it's very fleeting because I want to stay in the sport as long as I possibly can.